Why is it taking you so long to recover?
You can't do anything.
Things are never going back to normal.
I don't know if there will be a career to come back
You're
to.
lazy.
Start thinking of other
You look
options.
back at this and realize it was a blessing.
Your little brother reads better
You
than
don't
you.
deserve to eat.
Why does this take you so long?
I believe you will be healed.
What are you going to do?
So I'm going to kind of tell a story about myself. As a kid, I was a late reader. Now, I had the ability to, if you gave me a text to read it, I could read it in my head. I would understand it. I could fill out a report and be very thorough in my understanding of what I read.
When I was still a performer, I enjoyed my leave right before a performance. Everyone has to change the formation for me. So they need to take care of me, and I couldn't do anything.
I was graduating in April of last year, of 2020, and then all of a sudden COVID-19 happened. And right as COVID was happening, I was in the middle of my senior musical. I had just booked my dream contract for the summer, and everything was kind of going into place for my career. And then COVID-19 kind of came in and kind of crushed my dreams and my hopes.
When I was first diagnosed with cancer, it was a really big shock because I was young. Like, it's just the last thing on your mind when you're in your early 20s.
But reading the exact words that were written on the page out loud, I really struggled with. Elementary, I was a high achiever, honor roll, all that stuff. I didn't get those kind of grades again, straight A's, until grad school. Even in my undergrad, I couldn't write complete sentences. I struggled filling out reports. If I was seeing a therapist, and she asked maybe if I was dyslexic.
So when everything happened, it was really kind of like a difficult time for me. I was really upset. I cried almost every day.
I think one of the hardest things was how other people deal with it. Like, they want to understand why it's happening, and there's so much uncertainty, and people have a hard time accepting that. And I mean, I had a hard time accepting that.
And I feel guilty to eat the food that they prepare. I feel lost. I feel anxious for letting all other people worry about me and then just kind of doing my jobs.
It was difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel, I felt, for me. So I listened to a lot of music, but nothing was really inspiring me. It was really just it felt like a very dark time around me the whole time. And I really couldn't do anything. It was then it got hard to get out of bed. It was hard to exercise. So it really just was very difficult for me to go into my normal life again, because it felt like all of my normal life and all of my aspirations had kind of been destroyed.
A little bit about myself and start reading through the symptoms, and I was informed that you are in fact dyslexic. Sorry, even the word dyslexia, it looks like it's spelled by someone who has dyslexia. It's random letters in the word. And I felt really bad. It's well, maybe my parents were right. Maybe I am stupid. Maybe, all the horrible things I've heard about my lack of intelligence was true. But at least it wasn't I was lazy. I'm just stupid.
Just nobody knows what to say. And sometimes there's nothing you can say. Sometimes, it just sucks. My life's on pause. I'm going through chemo, and it's hard. I just remember feeling so isolated, and no one really understood what I was going through.
It was weird. It was sad and it was weird at the same time, because it just didn't feel like it was real. It felt like it was a bad nightmare, and I couldn't get out of it.
I feel down, disappointed to myself, and sad at the same time. But
it was really scary when it came back in my lungs, because you need your lungs to breathe. I knew I could live without my leg, but I can't live without my lungs.
And so it felt really hard to stay motivated and stay positive through a hard time, because I couldn't take class in a classroom. I couldn't, go to any auditions. I couldn't be in a rehearsal process. So it was really difficult for me to change my mindset. But I feel like as the time passed, I was able to look deeper into myself and find out some things that I needed to work on myself.
That's the furthest from the truth. You become more creative in your problem solving skills. I don't know if I would trade dyslexia for anything. I think I identify with it greatly. It's one of the things I've learned to love about myself and feel creative in.
I feel like it won't come back, but nobody knows that for sure. And I still live with the uncertainty. It's a smaller part of my life, but it's still a part of my life.
I learned a lot during that time. I calmed down myself. I learned to slow down my pace. I learned so much mentally. Just learn how to see everything from a different perspective and then recover also not physically but also mentally.
Though very difficult to take in the fact that everything was going according to my plan, that sometimes when your plan derives from the straight path and into something else, it can turn into something beautiful.
People want this to mean something, and I don't know if it means anything. It happened, and it sucked, and I guess I learned some things, but maybe I would have learned those things some other way. I don't know.
Anyway, that's a little bit about my story. I have tons of pain and issues and drama, but this is the one I feel most comfortable with sharing with you guys today. All right, I guess that's it.
This sucks.
You're not stupid.
It makes sense that you have complicated emotions.
You are not worthless.
You still have value.
You don't have to be inspiring.
Take a deep breath.
You know how to accomplish your goals.
I don't know what to say, but I'm here and I care about you.
Not everything happens for a reason.